Today is how we make the protection to put on top of our door. Tomorrow, we'll use salt. I'll come back and show you that. But today, let's concentrate on that. As I done told you, this epidemic is really a plague, and it needs to be treated as a plague. You don't have a disease that crossed the whole world, and you just look at it as it started in one country, moved to another country, and then to the next country. I've been telling you, while you're shut in and you can't go out, and we have these stay-at-home orders, it's time to get in touch with nature. It's time to get in touch with the spirit. It's time to get in touch with yourself. We're going to work with Hyssop today. Hyssop is powerful. Now let's look at this disease. The disease attacked the lungs. Mostly everybody that get this disease, they wind up on a respirator. And they have to have a breathing machine to help them breathe. Hyssop is a powerful herb. It goes back centuries. And hyssop has been used to ward off the evil that's in a plague, or ward off the evil of evil spirits. That's how powerful hyssop is. But then if you take it and you put it in the physical, you can drink it as a tea to help you with your lungs, to help you with your respiratory system. So when you look at it on the physical side, and then you look at it on the spiritual side. On the spiritual side, we're going to use it to put it over our door so that this thing that is crossing the world, crossing the land, that it pass our house. Every religion should be doing a protection. This right here is how it looks when I do it. Now the one that I'm showing you is not this. It's close to this, because I can't tell you the herbs that you need to put in, because they are the secrets of our religion, of our faith. And you can't get them here. Those herbs, you have to bring them in from either Africa, or you bring them in from Haiti, or you bring them in from the different countries. And it's legal to bring them in. They're dry. They're dry like this when you bring them in. This right here is hyssop. These two cavettes, or these two quishes, excuse me, is hyssop. In here you have hyssop, but I have other herbs in there that creates the speeches on how they talk to one another. Plants talk to one another, like this jade plant, it speaks, it has life. And when you take this jade plant and you dry it out, to pound it, and you get this, it still speaks. It just moves from one life form to another life form. No more than when they're making medicine. They go to the earth, they get all these different ingredients from the earth, but the difference is they take it to a lab, and they do all these different things with the lab. And then you get a pill, you go to the pharmacy, and you get the medicine. The medicine is speaking that way too, but it's speaking a whole lot different than when you take it from like this to like this to this. It speaks. So it's not you speaking, it's what's in here that is going to speak for you, which hangs over your door. The one I'm going to show you is how you can take care of yourself. If you want this, then you could get in touch with me, and I'll make sure you'll get it. The hyssop is in two parts. But if you get it dry, you have to know which one. You have to know, do you have the top or do you have the stem? Do you have the flower part of it or do you have the stem? When you get it, it looks a lot like this. It's rough when you get it. And then what I do is I take this and it goes into the mortar. It goes into this. And then you pound it. But before we get into that, we have to clear our heads, because we are asking for spiritual protection. And you have to pray the way you pray, asking for your spiritual protection. You can have your family there. They could pray too, because it's your faith is what's going to help you. And it's the prayer It's your inclination of what it is that you're saying is what's going to help you. So we offer a prayer. We give thanks for getting up this morning. But then we're going to clear our head. So let's breathe. The coronavirus attacks the lungs. Hyssop protects the lungs. It protects the lungs while it's doing the spiritual business of what it needs to do. So let's breathe. Let's breathe the air. Let's go to the dominion of our Gwe and let's breathe. Let's breathe. And let it out. Let's take another one. And let it out. Because that's how you're going to go into the inner spirit. You're researching. You're going to a part of the spirit that you never went to before. And you're going to unlock it. Because we need God's help. We need the Loa's help, the Orisha help, the deity, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call them. We need that help. So, we would take that herb, that hyssop, and what I have here, this is the top of the plant, and I don't want to shake it around because it gets a little dusty. You see that? That's after pounding. This right here is the bottom of the plant. And I told you it looks a lot like this before you pound it, and that's even dusty. You take that, and you have to have a mortar. It don't have to be like this one. You could get one from Amazon. It could be the crystal one or the marble. It could be that, or it could be a wooden one. And when you get it, you want to pound. That's what you want to do. You want to pound it. But so we don't bust our table down. I'm going to hold it and I'm going to pound it. And you want to pound it until it gets to look like this. That's what you want to do. And you can't be afraid to pound it, because you need to take it down to a powder. Because the better you take it down to a powder, the better it will mix. You see? It starts to come down. Once it does that, then you have to put it into a dish. We use this. You can use wood, you could use crystal, you can use a plate, you could use whatever you choose. The next thing you want to do is you want to take your cloths. You have to use a white cloth for purity. And you just take a piece of white cotton cloth and you cut a square. And you cut that and you have your piece. Then you're going to need a red cloth, which the red has to be a little bit bigger than the white. And then you have your two pieces. You have your bottom piece and your inside piece. The white cloth is the inside piece. Everything you have to keep in mind, spirit. You have to keep in mind the crossroads that's going on. The crossroads of the spirits coming and going. The crossroads of life coming and going. The crossroads of death going and going. And the crossroad of living going and going. You have to keep it all. So you have to take your cloth, and since we cut the white one, you have to take them individually. You take the white one first. You have to know which way is east. For where I'm at, that way is east. So when I go to salute it officially, I'm going to go to the east first. So I'm going to go this way first, and then this way, and then that way. And then I put it down. The same thing with the red cloth. And you take it to the east first. You go this way, and you go this way, and then you go that way, and then you go that way. And then you put it down. You put the white cloth on top of the red cloth. Keep praying. If you want to say, Father, help me, say, Father, help me. If you want to say, Father, protect my family, Father, protect my family. If you are in African religion, Papa Ogun, look out for us. Papa Ogun, protect my house. Protect my family. Don't let this disease hit any of us. Keep us standing. Keep this house solid in the foundation. Help me with my money. Help me with my job. Help me keep standing. Don't let me fall. You keep talking. You need Florida water. It's something that we use. If you don't know Florida water, then get holy water. Whatever it is in your faith that is spiritually cleaning is what you use. Some use olive oil. Some use Florida water. Some use Hoyt's. Some use holy water, rain water. You could take any of those and then you would have to sprinkle that. Okay, so once this goes down like this right here is also in this. This is what I use to go with this. It's hyssop and this and some other herbs that's in. It's a big secret. So I can't tell you that. And this right here, you can get it and you take it and you split it, which you would take one of the leaves, and what you would do is you would split it sideways is how you would do it. You would split it sideways and you would kind of rough it up a little bit. And then you would take that and you would sit it and let it dry. And then once that dry, you would take it to your mortar and again, you start pounding it. And then after you pound that and you get that down to a powder, then what you do is you add it. So you would have that, you would have the hyssop bottom stem, hyssop top stem, and then you mix it. And then you keep talking. Now we're going to take this and we're going to start to add it to our white. But before we do that, we're going to focus again on protection. We're going to focus on love in the house. It's all worth it. You have to think about everything that's worth it. Worth it. The stability in your family. Worth it. The togetherness. Worth it. We're all shut in. Look at another side of it. It's worth it that we're shut in. So now that we're focused, you want to take this, you want to draw the crossroads. So you want to take this, which is the hyssop top of the plant, and you want to go this way. You want to take it that way, and you want to do a whole big cross here. You see that? But because we got life and death and we have spirits, we want to do another one to go that way because we have spirits. So we have life, we have death, we have spirits, and then the opposite of death is living. So we want to do another one to go across like that. So you got life, you got living, you got death, you got spirits. You have them all covered. So out in the world, when it starts to move through these highways and byways that's naked to the eye, but you can feel it in the spirit, you got to be able to see that something is going on out there. When you go out there, you see the streets, it's not as crowded. You see people that don't look so happy. You see so many things out there that's not normal or what you would see every other day. So you want to make sure that your speeches is going to speak in those paths, those avenues. So this one right here was the top. Now we're going to take the bottom of the plant. That's the stem part of the plant. So we're going to take that and we're going to go over top of this. So we're going to go across for life. We're going to cross for living, for death, for spirits, and then you have it all there. Now, before we go to the next step, we got to again be focused. Now you have to focus on who is in your house. Who do you want to have life? And who do you want to keep death away from? Who do you want to be living? Who do you want to be happy? So now you got to concentrate. Don't let nothing happen to my husband. Don't let nothing happen to my children. Don't let nothing happen to my family. Don't let nothing happen to my stability. Don't let nothing happen to the food in our house. Don't let nothing happen to the water that we use. Don't let nothing happen to the air that we breathe in this house. Keep our house pure. Keep everything about our house pure. And you want to say all of that. Now once you have that done, now we have to close it. You have to go to the top corner. Facing it is my top right corner. So you're looking down, it's the top right corner. You want to bring that down first. You want to bring it halfway to where the line that goes this way. And then you want to stop. Then you want to take the opposite corner, which is this corner, and you want to hold this one right here, and then you want to bring it up to right there, and then stop. Then you see how you have it? You have your finger here, and then you have another corner here and another corner here. So you want to bring this corner, and you got to bend it a little bit there, and then you want to bring it to right there. You don't want to go past there. Then you want to take this corner right here, which is your last corner, and then you want to bring it up all the way over. And then you have a square, which is this square right here. Then you want to take this, and then you want to turn it over. You want to take Florida water, and you want to put Florida water on that. You want the herbs to soak a little bit there, but don't oversaturate them. Then you want to take the top, and you want to bring it down. And you want to take the bottom, and you want to bring it over. Then you want to turn it where it's away from you. This way, you turn it. And then you take this, and you roll it to where it is going to meet the white. The white is right here. You see? You see it here? So you bring it like this, and the white is right here. So you want this end to fold where it hits right there. You see? And then you have it on this side. You see the white? The white is right there. So you want to take this and you want to fold it to where it comes right here. So you have it like that. Then you want this piece to fold there and this piece to fold here. And then you turn it over. I'm going to put my scissors on it to hold that so it don't open up and I lose it. You need string. I use this string. It's pretty strong. It's really strong. And a lot of times, even after you knot it, you have to use a little flame to melt it together so it don't come loose because it's nylon and it could slip apart. So you take this and you tie it on there. Now, we need more string because one string around it is not going to hold it. You have to think about it. It's going to be hanging outside your door, not inside your door, because you want it to be seen outside your house. So we cross it over. This string is still loose because this is the string that we're going to hang with. And then we have it just about there. We're going to come across this way, and this one we're going to take it across this way. And since we have a lot more string that way, we could keep going with it. And then we tie it. Now, for those of you who know Papa Goon, This is where you would get your cigar. And then you will blow smoke on it. For those of you who know Papa Ogun, we want that sealed. So we're going to seal it. See how it comes together? You seal it. You seal it closed. Now we go back to the other side. This is our first string. And this is what's going to hang. But we took our other string across it. It went around across it, so this is on the bottom. So we have to tie it here, on top of that. And then after we tie it there, we make a knot here on the two strings so it can hang. But what we're going to do now is we're going to seal it. So we're going to take this and we're going to go like that. And we're going to go like that. And we're going to go like that. To burn that knot, to seal it. Like that. This is the part that's going to hang. Now we're going to bless it again. So before we bless it again, then what you have to do is you have to hold it. You hold it in your left hand and you hold your right hand open. And then you breathe. All right, let's breathe. Now we're going to breathe and we're going to let out. And when you do this, this is you're going to feel weight come to it. It's going to start to feel like something else happened to it. It gets a little heavier. It don't feel the same weight anymore. It feels a little heavier. It feels a little different. So we breathe again. We have to load this thing and make it heavy. We want it heavy. We want the weight of spirit in it. So when you hang it on the door, you know you got something out there. You know you got power on your doorstep. Power at your door. Just breathe. If you have Florida water, you take it again. And your Florida water. And you go like that on your floor. You hold it up. You gotta hold it up. Your Florida water, if it's olive oil, if it's holy water, whatever you use, whatever you believe, that's where you hit it with. Then after you get done that, those of you who know Papa Ogun, you spray it. You talk to him and you ask him to protect us. Give me your machete. Cut that way open for us. And cut harm away from us. And you spray it. We want this plague to pass us by. And then we go out. And I'm going to show you how you want to put it on your door. Now, some people live in apartments. You say, well, where did this go? Do it go outside? Or do it go inside? Where do it go? On top of the middle of the door. That's if your door is outside. And if your door is on an apartment. Or if you are in a room. If you are in a house and you are in a room. You're renting a room. Then it goes above your door of the room that you rent. See you tomorrow. And I'll teach you about the salt outside your door. Bye-bye.